CDC Tour Finals. It rolls on with the 7th match of the day. Before we get to our 8th, we have to introduce today's opponents for the 7th match. The number 13 seed, hailing from the great city of Chicago, Illinois, please welcome Kurt Hartmann. And hailing from Southside Place in the great state of Texas. You may have heard of it. You may have heard of our number 4 seed. He goes by the nickname of Soldier, but you can call him Leonard Gate. Welcome back, everybody. Colin Cosell. You saw me out on the stage. Now I am back in the booth with my friend and cohort, James Kinney. James, boy, oh boy, do we have a match here between Leonard Gates and Kurt Hartmann. What can be said about this?
I've been wanting to watch this match already because, I mean, everybody knows Leonard, right? Kurt's a great shot, but he's unknown. He came through with the qualifiers, and he's done what we want to do with the CDC, which is to get the qualifiers coming in and playing well and build this thing. And he's one of those guys that's done this. So he's a quality player, and it's going to be a good match.
All right. Well, we've got Leonard Gates, the number 4 seed. He hails from Southside Place, Texas. Of course, goes by the nickname Soldier. Kurt Hartmann resides in Chicago, Illinois, a little-known city. Kurt earned 22 points on the tour. And a nice little purse of $13.75, as opposed to Leonard, who pulled in $47.50. Now, these two have never played against each other. We've got Leonard with 44 points. He shot an 86 average, the second best average on the tour, but still only 44 points.
140.
He played in 6 of the 8 events, and Kurt played in 4 of the 8 and still finishes as our 13th seed. Boy, oh boy, he had an 81 average. So we should see some really interesting darts. We've had a few little unknown players. Leonard, of course, Soldier opening up with a ton 40 there. Hartmann is the latest to join that list, right next to Jeff Miller and Jesse Rivera. A lot of hometown heroes, but they're going to become nationally known thanks to the CDC. So, with all the background info out of the way, let's get right into it. Let's place a friendly dollar wage. How many ton 80s are we going to see out of this one?
I think we'll see two out of Leonard. We'll see 2 out of Leonard. Kurt, I think he's more of a hit it on the 3rd dart kind of a guy. So I think we'll see a lot of he'll string in that 3rd dart ton 40, but. Well, I don't know. Ton 80s out of the gates. We'll see.
All right. Yeah, I think ton 80s will get out of gates. Soldier. Yeah, this can be one of those matches where you could actually see a dark horse come out with Hartmann, or you could see a front runner going into the final day of the finals tomorrow with Soldier. He's feared by many, justifiably so. But anyway. Let's take a look at some of these averages. Leonard's highest out, Soldier's highest out, 141 on this season on the tour. And Kurt at a 118 in the 4th event in Cleveland, Ohio, 2nd day. 4 years separate these two, so for all intents and purposes, they could have gone to high school together. Very little age difference, which means there's probably little darts experience between the two. Beautiful darts there out of Hartmann, and he needed them right there. Soldier just trying to set himself up for an out. Hartmann with an ugly out. 141, first start.
Trip 20. This is the out that you have to hit. Trip 20, trip 19, double 12. You finish a perfect game with this. Every dart player knows this out shot. So he's just going to go up there and he's just going to try and knock it out.
And for the amateurs at home, you just got schooled by James Kinney. 80 scored, 61 remaining. He's going to go the 11.
He can go bullseye. He can go, he can go a couple different ways with that.
And he goes with an 87, 54 remaining. 126, 19 first dart. No. Interesting.
That was an interesting shot.
Sorry,
Actually.
trip 20. Whoa, that one got away from him.
Well, there were a lot of loose darts there.
Yeah, 38 scored by Gates, 88 remaining. Hartmann, 54. Should be 14 double top.
He'll walk up, he'll do the same thing he does every time. He'll have his eyes closed, he'll find his target, and he'll go.
There it is.
Solid first. A little extra time on that third one. Yeah, a little too much time on that third dart.
And I think that was a sign of opening night jitters right there.
I would think so.
And Kurt Hartmann shooting Cosmo Fit Flight in carbon shafts, 25 gram. Gates, 88 remaining.
I don't understand that
Single
shot
12.
at all.
No, that's-
single does not give you a shot at a single and an easy double out. You have to leave yourself with a double 20 out.
No, the very least you do there is you go for an 18 if you're going to go
18 trip. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't leave himself a shot.
Hartmann, very interesting technique. There's the 3, double 16.
Oh, good marker. We'll just put it next to it. Ooh, on the
Oh,
other side.
just marked right outside of it.
And that's
And
going to be a
now.
problem for him. If he keeps giving Leonard shots like that, where he gives him a chance, Leonard's going to eat him up.
Unless. Oh, unless indeed. All right,
Wow.
I've seen a little opening night jitters out of both of these
Yeah,
guys. And
apparently.
of course, this may also be the downfall of having a match later in the day. Maybe you've practiced too much, or hung out with your friends or whatever. But that technique of stepping up to the line with your eyes closed and finding the target, I've never seen that before.
I know.
Shot
there it
Good
is.
shot. I mean, I warm up that way just to get a feel to start.
Right.
But walking up there and not
Shoot for a
and
second leg.
doing it, wow, that's amazing.
It's fascinating. Actually, it looks like he's stepping up to the line and taking a nap.
And he'll do it every time.
I don't see it there.
So
but
he gets
has
the
his
break
eyes
and we
closed.
go on.
Yeah. Looks like a menacing guy, but my God, we met earlier today. Seriously, I would be frightened of him if he came up to me and said, "Excuse me, sir, is that my beer?" And I'd be like, "No, that's absolutely yours." I would be frightened. But he's the nicest guy in the world.
He really is. He really is. He defies that Chicago mentality that you hear about, where Chicago people are not that nice.
Oh,
but
please, Chicago's one of the greatest cities on
I
this planet.
totally agree, but I come from Columbus, and we're the nicest city in the states. So
There you go. I'll go Blue Jackets.
yes, indeed.
For an NHL fan like myself. But getting back to darts, we've got Kurt Hartmann at the line right now, up 1-0 on Soldier.
Oh,
And-
good cover.
he-
Nice cover.
Very nice. 78 scored there.
It looks like his tendency is that he does not like the dart on top.
Not afraid to bounce around. We've seen a lot of players bounce around the board today.
Well, again, here's the thing. It's watching the better players overseas that play darts, and they play the cover shots. They don't try to work around a dart. They don't want to move around on the line. They
Yeah.
want to have a clear triple to hit a shot. And the better you'll see this with a lot of better players. They do it.
Yeah.
It's just they're just going to shoot the cover shot.
Yeah, and that's the difference. And you cannot blame them for attempting that, because that will make you a better dart player. You get that cover shot,
41.
you're going to win 9 out of 10 times. Well, if you hit the double.
If you
of
hit,
course.
you got to hit the doubles. It doesn't matter what
It's
you do if you don't hit the doubles.
Yeah, it's always a two-parter right there. All right, these gentlemen off to a relatively slow start, given their averages during the season. Gates with a 61 and Hartmann with a 63. Hartmann at the board right now, trying to build on his lead right now with a ton of 40. Beautiful shot. Leading
Very
by,
nicely done.
A 2-dart out. Gates needs a ton 80 right now. Just
140
outside.
still leaves him the shot.
100.
Nope. And he is not happy about it.
And he should not be. He knows he's better than that. We've seen better than that out of him. We've been watching Soldier for years now. He and I first met at the New World Dart Series. God, it feels like centuries ago.
It looks like Hartmann changed his strategy. He walked up to the line with his eyes open that time.
Yeah. And double 10 to take a 2-0 lead. There's the eyes closed. Wakes up from his nap. Just outside.
Wow. So he's not consistent when he does it. That's also interesting. I don't know that I could do that.
We should start taking notes on this. See if we can find a pattern with the way Hartmann's been shooting. Nice third there. Good cover by Soldier with the trip. But is it too little too late? That is in the hands of Hartmann.
He's got his eyes closed this time.
There it is.
That was a good shot.
You know, it's funny. He steps up to the line, looks like he's taking a nap, and then when he looks at the board, so focused. If I could be that focused when I come out of a nap, I would take power naps every hour on the hour, just constantly. Fantastic.
Wow.
Soldier's a little off right now, but if you're Hartmann, you cannot be complacent against a competitor like Soldier, because you know that if he gets into a groove, he will pound that board to no end.
And this was one of those shots where you got to go, okay, he gave me I'm 2 up, and he gave me an open. He's got to come in and just hit the triple here.
He just missed outside. This is the opportunity. He's got to take advantage of this if he wants. And see, he's slow your roll is my interpretation. He's probably used different words. Who knows?
No, that's actually what it is. It's slow your roll.
Yep.
You gotta remember to play at your own pace. Sometimes you can get complacent and start playing at your opponent's pace, and you don't ever want to do that. You play at your own pace, and clearly he does that with his eyes closed, and he takes his time. And I gotta believe it probably drives some players nuts, but
absolutely
gotta just remember to keep his own pace.
Well, listen, there are rules that say you can take X amount of time at the line. I believe it's 5 minutes per dart.
It's something
like
ridiculous like that.
It's
Yeah.
completely unnecessary. And actually, a very quick, funny story on that. In the New York Dart League, I witnessed a gentleman who was displeased with the opposing team that he was up against, and he utilized the 5-minute rule between every single dart for the duration of the match. He made a best 2 out of 3 match last 1 hour.
Wow. That would drive anybody nuts. I don't care who you are.
It was a bit excessive, but I actually gave him credit for actually sticking to his guns on that. He's like, Colin, I'm displeased with this group, blah, blah, blah. This is the way I'm going to do it. And he did it, and he stuck to his guns. Hartmann with a nice ton right there, but he needs a little bit more than that. But, God, can you imagine doing that?
Oh, that would be awful.
minutes?
I mean, I can play at a slow pace, but that would be awful.
Yeah, but keeping your pace and not falling victim to the way your opponent's
playing.
That, there's a lot of mental strength that comes in, and the focus that has to come into it, not to be broken by your opponent. And we've seen a few people make incredible comebacks. Beautiful trip by Hartmann there. Just outside. Trying to get back into it.
85.
Pulls off an 85.
No, if you remember the way Danny Lauby the plays, if you fall bandit to what he does and how fast he plays, you're going to be hurting yourself.
Oh,
100.
So it can go fast, it can go slow. You just have to remember to keep your own pace, do your own thing. And that look at what Hartmann's doing right now. He steps back, he waits till the player's behind him, he steps up, and then he goes and he does his thing.
59.
Everyone in the control room agrees. Hartmann is keeping his pace.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's funny because everyone in the control room had no idea. It was giving him fits trying to keep up with Lauby. They had no idea how to keep up with him. They're like, wait, oh my God, he's already up again. And with Hartmann, we get ample time to get situated and watch him throw. It's like watching a Bugs Bunny cartoon versus a Bob Ross painting.
Get it again. Oh, that's looking good.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Just
good look.
outside. That would have been a beautiful out, and I believe would have been the high out for the day. Yeah, that would have been the high out for the day.
Who has the high out for the day right now?
Right now we are looking at a 104.
Game shot, second
by
dart.
Lauby.
Oh, that was useful. That was a useful shot there.
That.
Fourth leg.
Oh, by the way, Gates gets the leg right there. Sorry, I was so caught up in the outs. So Gates holds there. Hartmann to lead off. He's kind of in the driver's seat because he did break Gates.
100.
That's a good shot. It seems like he likes it either right next to it or right. He likes his dart under or next to it.
Yeah, he seems unafraid of where the marker may be. He's just going to keep throwing right
55.
back at it. There are players out there, and a lot of the dart manufacturers caught wind of that, and of course they started building flights that are just built into one solid plastic piece, but that they'll aim right at the back of the flight.
And just chuck it in there.
Yep.
Wow, look at that second dart. How did he get that in? Was that in there?
97.
Wow, fantastic. Good adjustment right there from
Oh.
Hartmann. Now Soldier at the line. I feel like, and I think we can all agree, especially for those who've seen Soldier play before, he has not found his stroke yet. Because when he does, you know it. When
Yeah,
Soldier gets rolling, my God. He goes from Soldier to tank.
That is a fact. And Kurt's got to remember he has the lead. He has the 3 darts. He just has to just hang in there, win his games, not give up too much space.
Soldier seems a little off right now, and you can tell it by his average as well. I mean, we're talking about a man who had an 86 average. He is 16 points per round below that right now. That's not a small margin. That is monumental.
That is, yeah. Yeah,
140.
Ton 40 for Hartmann right there. Hard to read him. We don't know which direction he's going. It's difficult. And I'm sure the people at home can agree.
Oh, look at Leonard come back and chuck him in there.
140.
Ton 40 right there. And there now this is
This
a hearty dose of not giving a darn, if you will, to keep it family friendly. When you just start chucking them and something sometimes clicks, sometimes otherwise you just start hitting breakfast.
Yep.
When it's Soldier, it clicks, and he hit a ton 40 there. It's
got 68 left. A couple of different ways you can go to this.
All right.
56.
Again, don't do anything. Don't make any big mistakes. Just leave yourself with a nice 2-darter.
Yeah.
You know, your opponent's not on an outshot. It's a good chance you're going to get at least 6.
Yeah, 48, you go for that 16-8 wire, at very, very least.
Oh, and Leonard just chucks them in there.
Back-to-back ton 40s from Soldier. Now the pressure is on Hartmann, even though he's got a 3-dart out that's relatively easy. Goes up to the board, taking a nap, wakes up, focuses. Morning coffee says 16. Double 16 to take the lead. No, needs a double 8. Oh, just outside. That would have been so useful for him. Soldier right here, 62.
Typical Leonard.
What do you do?
He triple 10, double 16.
And you called it as he did it.
Ooh,
He
a
needs
little
a
off
double
there.
8. And he
There
gets
it
it.
is.
My
It's just
God.
typical Soldier. You give him an inch, he's going to take a mile.
And this means trouble
Fifth leg, 8 to
for
shoot
Kurt
first.
Hartmann. If I've seen Soldier play before, Kurt has just got to keep his wits about him, because Soldier, if he starts throwing like that, there's big trouble. I don't know what's going on with Soldier right now.
He doesn't seem to be well in this. I don't know if he likes his line or his mark. There's something he doesn't like that's going on. But his scoring is not great. He's finishing okay because he's had 2 shots and he's pretty much finished them. So
Yeah. All right, Hartmann.
Got to drop down.
Hartmann, at the very least, is consistent. He's upped his average to 78. Soldier's upped his
A
to 73.
little break to the right.
Hartmann showing off his dance moves that used to be done on cardboard in the 1980s.
Oh, nice. That's a great breakdance reference.
I don't know if that was a tango or breakdancing, whatever it was.
It's interesting. You have no idea if he's going to... I mean, he puts one on top of it. Sometimes he drops down. It looks like he's doing it there. Yep. And then sometimes he doesn't.
96 right there. It's hard to follow him, you know?
And he went to the wrong side again. Eventually, I got to believe that's going to kind of bother Leonard a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's...
Yeah. Yeah, so he's talking to him now. And he's talking to him now. Hey, you got to break to the right. You can't switch it up. He's talking to Hartmann right now.
He's
Because
talking to Hartmann, saying, listen, you got to go one specific way. And
he goes in.
yeah, Soldier's not looking pleased.
No.
And I think it's completely unintentional.
No, it is. He's just so focused in the moment, and it's when you're playing league play, when you play the regular ADO tour, people break left, break right. Everything happens, and he's just not understanding what we try to do here, and which is we're all supposed to break right, and
right,
be very consistent about what we do.
I called it break dancing. You called it break right.
Hey, I worked it in.
You did. You did. We finagled this. Hartmann, who's kicking some fancy dance moves and some great trip 20s right there. And he did not let that affect him.
And he did it
He's
again.
focused.
Oh, man.
Oh,
That is
and now
really...
he realized it. Oh.
Yeah, that time...
Yeah, Soldier
He
handled that
managed
one,
to stay through it, even though he's talked to him about it. And I don't think it's intentional, because he's a nice guy.
Yeah, this is completely unintentional. But I think that time he realized, yep, and you can see, I didn't know, but I had a feeling he'd be flustered after that last one.
Exactly.
Because he knew that he had messed up.
Yeah, he knew he made a mistake, and he was still thinking about it.
And now his concentration is going to be on which way do I turn after I throw my darts. He'll get used to it as he goes along. People are going to remember Kurt Hartmann.
There's a great shot.
Big darts out of Gates. Oh, man. Soldier with a ton 80. The first one of this match.
That's one of the two I called.
Oh, let's see.
78 left. Going to go trip 18. Oh, he went 20.
Wow.
58.
Oh, now I think it's in Hartmann's head.
Oh, now it's in his head.
Oh, this is interesting. 8 double top for Soldier. Double 10. Oh, just missed it.
And that first dart with Leonard, he's just thrown this 8-16 split wire right in the middle. He doesn't care if he has 40 or 30. He doesn't care what double he's on. He never has. He just get me to a double and finish it.
Now, can Hartmann get back into it? Double top. Double 10.
Oh.
Just missed it. We've got a tie ball game here in the bottom of, I'll call it the 5th inning. Now, do you go 2 double 4? Do you go right at it?
No, you go right at it.
All right. There it is. That's the first time we've seen a successful conversion of the double 5. Soldier gets it right there. Starting to focus on his game. Breaks, or I'm sorry, holds his throw right there. Hartmann at the line. Now, the question becomes, can Hartmann recover?
Drop down.
49.
Can Hartmann recover from...
All you want him to do at this point is just break right, and it's automatic, so that he can start focusing back on his game.
Yeah. And so that both of them can start playing the darts, or throwing the darts that we know that they're capable of.
Exactly.
All right, let's see here. All right.
Ooh,
oh,
90.
wow. That's an admirable 90, though. It shows that Hartmann has gotten this out of his system. He's going to remember to break right. And can Soldier get it? There it is. There's your second ton 80.
My 2 might be a little light.
It's a good thing
might
I
be a
didn't.
little shallow.
Did I throw in 3? Did I say 3?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we'll say I said 3.
All right.
Throw a dollar out there. My main concern now is watching these guys throw the best darts they possibly can, and making sure that Kurt breaks.
Yeah,
right?
I still think he's still just trying to get back into the match at this point.
Yeah, Soldier. Oh, ton
140.
40.
He's starting to creep that average back up there. He's up to 71 now. So.
Yeah. Hartmann keeping a 76. And there's a ton.
So he goes over the dart. He goes under the dart, left, right. He doesn't really care at this point.
He
He doesn't move.
He figures out his point, and he just goes for it. Oh, that would have been a Robin Hood.
24.
24 score for Soldier. But he's going to have another shot at it. Absolutely no worries there. All he needs to do is regain his composure. Hartmann trying to get back into his game, which he's slowly doing. All right, 60.
You have to go bullseye on that third
Yeah.
dart. Bullseye gives you the shot. You leave yourself the chance to win in case Leonard doesn't hit 114. I don't understand.
And Soldier is more than capable of this out.
Exactly.
94, trip 18. There it is, double top to
Dead
take
center.
a 4-2 lead. There it is.
That's a great
Had a
shot.
feeling. All right, as we enter the break, Soldier is up 4-2. There it is. We knew that there was going to be respect right there because Kurt meant nothing by it. Soldier knew that he didn't, but both of them are going to get back into a groove. We will get back into the groove as well as we go into the 7th leg. 4-2, Leonard Gate versus Kurt Hartmann, Colin Cosell, and James Kinney. Enjoy your break, run to the bathroom, grab yourselves a nice cold beverage or a snack. We'll be right back. More darts coming at you. Welcome back to the CDC Finals Day 1. This is match number 7.
7th leg.
We've
Gates
got
to shoot
Soldier
first.
Gates
Game
versus
on.
Kurt Hartmann. Gates right now up 4-2. It is a race to 7. Soldier to lead off this 7th leg. We've gotten 2 ton 80s out of Soldier as he opens up with 2 trip 20s and
100.
make that a ton 40 right there. And I'm looking at my broadcasting partner here, James Kinney. He has his arms out as if to say, Soldier's going to do it again.
I thought he was going to do it again, and it looked like a ton 40. They marked him for a ton.
Oh.
Really, I know.
Well, that is the first time I have been incorrect with my scoring all day. Then again, 7 matches in, I'm allowed 1
At least one mistake.
misstep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's. I can
But this
handle that.
is where you're going to see Leonard kind of go. He talked to himself and he got himself collected. Looks like the darts are going okay.
Ooh, just out.
When he starts dipping on that 3rd dart, that's when you got to start worrying because that 3rd dart can get just absolutely bruising to you.
Yeah, and they're both shooting a 75 average, and yet Hartmann is down by 2.
98.
Drop down for the first 2. He is absolutely giving our production crew fits. It's hard to spot him, And in the world of darts, having a spotter, it should be relatively easy with either body language or the way their eyes are pointed and shoulders, and of course their throwing hand. But it's hard to find with Kurt Hartmann.
Well, on top of that, if you understand the tendency of the players and you've watched them play,
100.
you get to know how they do it. And,
Yes.
and we just don't know anything about Kurt in order to kind of follow that through. So
But at the same time, it's players like him. One of the players that's not here.
100.
There's another ton. There's that a ton 40. That's a ton. Okay, just making sure. A player such as Nick Lindberg.
Yeah.
He did not make the top 16, but boy, did he make waves. There are a lot of people that you did not know. But the hometown,
97.
they're like, we knew about this guy, Nick Lindberg. Absolutely.
yeah, everybody in Ohio knows. Every tournament player in Ohio knows Nick Lindberg.
Exactly. And he made his way out to Philadelphia and made waves there as well. But it's players like that
115.
Yeah, players like that all over the country.
that become household names. Soldier missing the double bull for the out there. Hartmann with a chance. Trip 20, huge
18.
start. Oh, just missed it.
You just go right back, lay it right on top of it. No, he goes to the 20.
Wow. So 98, 48. It's safe enough. 9, double 8 for Soldier. He gets
Got
it,
that.
and there's a commanding lead. Soldier 2 wins away from
Eighth leg,
advancing
Hartmann
to
shoot
day
first.
2 of the finals. Kurt Hartmann really needs to turn it up right now. He holds throw, or needs to hold throw. Leads off leg 8. Trip 20, good start.
At this point, he's got to be thinking hold, break, hold, so he can get it back to 5-5.
99.
It's his only option at this point.
Absolutely. Because in a 6-2 hole, especially at this level of play, and the people he's he's up against, you can't. It's almost impossible. We almost saw it with Jesse Rivera earlier against John Part, but no, this is going to be tough.
85.
He's got a good start off to this leg anyway. Again, just worry about hold.
60.
And looks like another break. Yep, that's
Just outside of a ton 80 for a Soldier.
This is where you got to go. You think to yourself, well, he's giving me 2 chances. He's only hit 60s. I've got the darts. I've really got to put it away right here.
Absolutely right. He needs a trip.
Oh,
That's tough. That is tough. And with Soldier, you can't give him that many opportunities. Well,
because he's going to do this.
need I say more? Ton 40? No. Just outside. But a ton.
He's still, yeah, he just wants to hang around and get his chance.
Yep. Hartmann is shooting an 81 average in this particular leg to Soldier's 73, but that average
82.
just sunk right there. He lost a 12 point per round.
Oh, this is too good.
100.
Oh, another ton from Soldier. You watch his average go from 73 to 80. You watched Hartmann's go from 81 to 69. And that's how quickly this game can turn. Hartmann needs a huge round right here. 41 scored. And that is a 60.
And he didn't leave himself a chance again.
Yeah.
He could have left him. He could have hit an 18, 17. Leave your whatever the shot is. Leave yourself one.
Trip 20 leaves him 121. Soldier assessing his options here as he's at the Aki. Goes right back at it, 121. He's got 60.
131.
One left. Gets the 11. Double bowl. Knows full well that he can go for an 18. Double 16.
Yeah, but why don't you shoot shoot the triple 15 to leave yourself double 8 at that point?
I think it was just a safe throw.
96.
Or something he was comfortable with.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Could
fair.
be a matter of preference. But Soldier with a chance to crush the spirit,
second
going for
dart.
double 16.
There it
and
is.
He gets it.
And he
Gates.
has the darts.
And
Blake, Gates
Gates
shoot first.
leads off. 6-2 Soldier. It seems like it was only 5 minutes ago that Hartmann had a 78 average and Soldier was shooting 70. Well, would you take a look at this? Soldier has bumped his
140.
average up to
And
78.
he knows-
Opens with a ton 40 right there.
Knows what he's got to do. Comes in, just shoots a solid shot with the darts.
James, what?
I like my 2-ton 80 call.
I just might owe you $1.
I'll take a drink instead.
40.
Now, Leonard looks pretty comfortable now. He's going to go in. Just don't try and do anything too tricky. Be steady.
59.
302. Oh, he had it blocked?
Yeah, it looked like he had a block there. It's difficult to see what he shot. We've got Hartmann at the line shooting his Cosmo Fit Flight and Carbon shafts. 25-gram darts. Flying
good.
right into the trip 20 right there, but he needs a big
85.
round. 85 is not going to cut it. The San Antonio, Texas, Southside Place to be specific. Native
140.
ton 40 for Soldier 162. I think it's getting to that point where we can safely say Soldier is is going to be advancing.
100.
He's in a very commanding position.
Yes, absolutely.
You just be steady and set this shot up. Lay it right on top of it.
And it looks like the 2016 CDC Match Play Stage Event finalist in Soldier. Also the 2014 points winner in the ADO and the World Stage France 2015 Darts Live. Looks like he may be advancing to the final day here of the CDC Tour 2016
85.
as Kurt Hartmann throws an 85.
All right. Okay, he's got 10 double 16.
45-year-old
10 double 16.
Gates.
Oh, he goes two double tops.
Double top. And he gets it.
Oh,
Soldier.
great shot.
Leonard Gates pulls it out. 7 legs to 2. Ups his average by a full 10 points in a matter of 5 games. Flustered at first, but pulls it all together. A brilliant showing by Kurt Hartmann, but just too little, too late for him, and too much Soldier, not enough Hartmann. So, James Kinney,
Thank you.
it has been an absolute
I
pleasure.
enjoyed myself.
Now, before we cut to the interview, I understand tomorrow you are going to be playing against Larry the Eagle Butler. Let me have a quick interview with you.
Okay.
Tell me, what is going through your mind as you face off against the great Larry Butler?
Well, I think I got to do the same thing I did today. I think it comes down to finishing clean, hitting my doubles, which I did today, and my game plan is to hang in and scoring. And when I get my shots, take those shots and hit them. That's the only way. That's the only way you're going to beat them.
Now, you've beaten Larry Butler in mixed triples, teams events, and everything, but never singles.
No.
Is this going to be the crowning achievement for you?
This would actually be certainly a notch in my belt. Finally, I've been playing against Larry for 30 years, and it's never been in a singles. I've done it in singles. I've done it in singles exhibition when he's done an exhibition when I was an amateur. but never in tournament play. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the challenge. I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm going to hit the practice board for a few hours, go to bed early, be a good boy, and get up tomorrow and go and play a match.
All right.
That's the plan.
Well, James, it's been an absolute pleasure broadcasting with you today. Thank you so much for joining me in the booth.
Pleasure.
We appreciate your insight. Best of luck tomorrow against Larry the Eagle. And once again, on behalf of James Kinney and the rest of the crew, we have one more match remaining. But before we get to that, we have the interview with the winner, Leonard Soldier Gates. The winner, 7-2 over Kurt Hartmann. One more match before we get to the final matches of tomorrow. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Lots of darts left. Just stay tuned, all right?
Back to Woodland Hills, California, Dirty Bull Tavern, the venue at the Dirty Bull. I'm here with the winner of our last match, Leonard Gates. Leonard,
hey.
How are ya?
Hey, great. It's great to be here right now.
What are your thoughts coming off of that match?
I definitely need to shoot better, but it was a great match. My opponent, hey, Kurt, awesome shot, but definitely need to shoot a little bit better going into tomorrow.
You dropped the first two legs and then seemed to kick it in and find another gear. Is that pretty accurate assessment there that, you down two legs and all of a sudden it's a different match and you got to pull yourself back into it?
Yes. It's not an intentional thing. It's just one of those things that happen that okay, if I'm down too much now, I put the pressure on myself. The one thing I've learned in this game about myself shooting darts is when I put the pressure on myself, I tend to do greater later.
Greater later.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Your opponent don't know it. All right.
Now he does.
Right. What happened in the middle of the match? It looked like there was an altercation, a little bit of something going on behind you.
Not so much an altercation, just a thing of that there's a little movement going on, and we just want to keep it subtle. This is a game of concentration, and the two shooters, hey, when they plan, they're concentrating. So I think everybody that's watching need to concentrate also. That's the key.
Fair enough. All right. So you're into tomorrow. You're through the first round. That was kind of the first step, right?
Yes.
What are you gonna do to prepare for tomorrow's match?
I think I'm gonna get in front of a board and focus even more so than I did today. Taking nothing away from Kurt Hartmann. It's a personal goal of myself that I need to focus a little more, because as we know in these dart tournaments, the closer you get to the finals, the harder the competition is.
Oh, absolutely.
The greater the competition is also. So and at this point, you can take no one for granted. Even at the beginning, you can't take anyone for granted. I mean, it's a great game. Hey, we're trying to make it the best we can do right now.
Wonderful. All right, Leonard Gates, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on getting through to the last 8.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate having you here.
Yes.
Those of you at home, as always, we appreciate you watching. We've got one more match coming up for you in about 10 minutes. We'll have our 2 seed, Chris White, against the 15, Gary Broomhead. That'll be our last match of the night, and we'll come back and wrap it up after that.
Yes.
Again, as always, on behalf of Leonard Gates, Peter Cetera here from the Dirty Bull Tavern. Thanks again for watching. Take care.
CDC, baby.